And there we go, we got it on. All right, it's time. I'm going to turn that song off. It'll start by itself again later anyway, so what the heck, eh? All right, there we go. Thrusters on full, and we can see the exhaust coming out of that rocket engine. It's doing its thing. Hey, welcome everyone. It is July the 21st here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching VolcanoX live stream. Welcome and glad to have you all on board today. I see lots of people popped in. Nice to see everyone. And of course, it is one of those wonderful days where we really don't have nothing. I'm kidding. Yeah, the volcanoes are relatively quiet in the neighborhood, so neighborhood being the planet Earth, and of course it is doing what it's doing. Anyway, welcome to the moderators first off, and Arizona Snowman is here, of course. And Piggy is in the Lurkers Lounge, sitting back, relaxing a little bit. And I'm not going to get into why she's not feeling so good right now. But anyway, hopefully she'll figure out what to do and what's going on and all that stuff. Anyway, she's all right. She'll be fine. She's a tough lady. So. Everything is okay there. And I don't see the other ones other than, oh, hang on, there's Lucas Snow now. I just wandered in the door. I thought he melted away somewhere down in Texas. But hey, Lucas, welcome. And I'm sure C&D Boy will be around here somewhere eventually as well. He's probably out splitting wood or some darn thing. And Joseph Fields Official, I'm not sure his whereabouts. He may pop in as well. Same with Gary from 24/7 AZ, or 24/7 Live AZ Skies. There we go, got it right. Anyway, welcome on board, everyone. Glad to have you here, though. And we'll go through our show and see what we've got. So let's start out by first person in today, of course, was Linda Schoof again. And Linda, I see our Z problem is here. I think it's time to eliminate the Z problem completely. And anyway, Linda Schoof gets the cookies. So let's... there we go, and there's Linda's cookies, and all good, and no problem there. Okay, we got that out of the way, and I'm going to say hello to all the good people here. Start out with Sophie, who was falling asleep, and I sent an army of penguins over to her house. Hopefully they are keeping her awake. Anyway, also welcome to Kevin Haynes, and let's see, Tetra is in the house. Welcome, Tetra, glad to see you. We got Sue Hayes, we got Kevin going up a little bit more here. Gura is in the house. Welcome, Gura. Sharon Stewart is here, and let's see, who else am I looking for here? We got Kevin Haynes. We got Sophie already. Mars 2028 is here. Welcome, and glad to have you on board. Going up a little bit more, looks like you guys are a chatty bunch here, which is really good. Of course, Linda was first, so we don't need to mention her. And Gura, welcome. I think I said hi to you already, but going up a little bit more. Looks like pretty much the same people talking, which is all right. Judy L. also here. Welcome, Judy. Glad to have you on board. And let's see. Looking for others in here. going up the list here. I'm just not seeing too many. I do see the Royal Highness Sir King Colin Deadman. Welcome. Spooky Avocado is also here. Welcome back, Spooky. And let's see, who else did I miss? Hermione Schaefer. I think Hermione went back to bed. Hopefully she is doing a little bit better. She gets some rest. And let's see, Gura is saying today it was 36.9 degrees. Wow, for you guys in Sweden, that is extremely hot, Gura. That is. You guys are definitely not accustomed to that kind of weather. And that is 100% for sure. Wow. Too much. Way too much for Sweden. Anyway, I'm going to stop our wonderful magic volcano here. And, well, no, it's more like me being the magician, stopping it in its tracks. There we go. And let's pop around and see what we've got and where we've got it. So we'll start out by heading over to Sicily, where we like to go. And unfortunately, this late show, of course, doesn't allow us to see Sicily during the daytime. So I do the occasional time lapse, and as soon as this thing decides to switch for me, we'll put that on. So this is what it is right now, and oh, I gotta turn my mouse back on here, otherwise I'll forget. Show mouse, there we go, and that way I can point that star out, and that's all cool. And of course we see the lights and stuff like that, but that really doesn't mean a heck of a lot. Let's look at what it looked like today, and we'll play the time-lapse video. And this is going 64 times normal speed, so understand that those clouds are moving a lot slower than what they are in this particular time lapse. And it is pretty interesting. It's nice that we can actually see it today, and it looks like we are still getting a lot of off-gassing from the backside, as well as up on the top here. I know that didn't sound very good, did it? Oh, hang on, what's that noise? Let me turn that down. Okay. Hopefully that's better with that noise. Anyway, the back area where the other crater is, that has that very high iron content, but it doesn't show too well right now. So whatever is coming off is more steamy and see-through type stuff. Looks pretty cool. What? Kiss, not lid? Not kid. Who's kissing kids? What? Oh my God, I don't want to get into it. Anyway, there's that big ball of fire, the sun, and I thought that'd be kind of neat to see part of that going down, and I thought that was kind of neat. Sounds like birds in the background. That's possible. That is possible. What was that weird noise? I'm not sure what it was. I really am not. Anyway, that kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of what it looked like there. And if you spread that out over about a 2-hour period, you'll understand what kind of time the clouds were moving a heck of a lot slower. So pretty good. You had another stream open. Wow, Lucas, how dare you? As he's looking at his 14 different tabs he's got open. I'm kidding, it doesn't matter. Just mind your P's and Q's, that's all. And make sure you're on the right one. Your gremlins will get you. Anyway, that's kind of it for today from our wonderful Italy. I didn't see or hear of anything major in the area. I do want to kind of mention that there was an earthquake, and I do want to go over this real quick because it is not too far away from Italy, and it was actually in Turkey. And if we zoom in here, so there's Italy, and there was this quake here, and the numbers juggled up and down so much I don't know who to believe anymore. It was a 4.9, then a 4.7, then a 4.2, then a 4.6, then another 4.7 again. And depending on which site you went to, everybody kept revising it. Anyway, the point of this is where Italy is, Sicily, Mount Etna right there. But more importantly, right down here is where Piggy lives, and she actually felt that quake. So, a matter of fact, it was a few minutes. She had reported the quake to me, and she said she didn't feel anything. And then a few minutes later, she finally felt the ground move a little bit, and the lights were swaying. So it took a couple of minutes for the ripples of this to get spaced out enough to be able to actually hit down here from here. So that is a few hundred kilometers away. And that is pretty interesting. I just thought that was kind of a neat thing. I just see this one here, Myanmar. Okay, no worries. All right, back to where we were, and of course that was looking at this. I'm going to actually turn that guy off. So this is the present view there, 1:05 a.m. in Sicily, and that is what we see. No big shiny fountains of fire coming out of Mount Etna or anything like that, unfortunately. All right, going over to our next one will be Iceland, of course, and keeping fingers crossed. No, never mind. Don't need to keep the fingers crossed. We know we can't see anything, or not much. And trying to go back and see a little bit is just about impossible. But there was a small portion, or a very small window of opportunity where I was able to capture just a little bit of this, and this is also a time lapse. 7:51 a.m. Is the start time. That's Iceland time, of course. And you see quite a bit of smoke, but you also see the clouds moving by. But you notice the smoke, though, quite evidently coming from the crater. And there you can see it a little bit better. And there was a fair amount of it. I'm kind of surprised that we had that much going on. So that is kind of what was happening at Ragnar today. It was smoking pretty bad, and that is kind of the start to it. Actually, I thought maybe I didn't start it right at the beginning. I'm going to try that again here, you guys, and see if that looks a little bit better. Yeah, that's the beginning of it. I must have had it running or something, but there you can see that smoke, and it is smoking quite a bit. And that is kind of weird and odd. How come all of a sudden we're seeing so much smoke? Yeah, Ragnar wants to get back, and I think so. And you know, when you're looking at it, and you also see the heat ripple coming out of that crater as well, and yeah, it's bugging us. Welcome, Sandra Rockland, and I think it's on the list. I think it's gonna do it again. Hey, Privet, Len. Welcome, Len. I'm glad to have you on board. And no worries. Yeah, that is actually pretty awesome to be able to see it smoke that much today. And I was just kind of shocked that we were able to capture that little bit in there. But after that, we know what it looked like, and of course, our current time is exactly this, and that is 9 minutes after 11 p.m. there in Iceland, and definitely no go as far as visibility. So well, let's go over to the harmonic tremor chart and see what is happening with that right now. And will I get on there? I'm going to refresh it, and I do see a couple of spikes here, but let me get to the right place. There we go. Refreshed, and we see that it headed downward as far as its cycle, but we do see another fairly significant spike there, but again, nothing super major. Okay, so we will see some tremors in the area without a doubt, and that is interesting. So anyway, kind of mentally noting where these are. We've got what, about 5 or 6 dots over and 2 dots over this way for them. We'll go down to compare that to the ones from good old Grindavik, and there is the Grindavik one. Well, we do have the first one in there, but we're not seeing the second one at all. So that was likely further towards Ragnar, or on the other side of it, which is pretty cool. Evening or morning from Friday, Dr. Fox. Okay, Edith NZ, welcome. Glad to have you on board. And since you're in the future, hey, when you get to your evening, send me an email with the winning lottery numbers, and that way I can go get them for tomorrow. For your today, but my tomorrow. Welcome, Edith. Glad to have you on board. Anyway, there we see what we've got at Grindavik. So we do see a few little spikes in here, so we know things are there, and we have some movement or shaking. So let's go over and have a look and see what we've got for earthquakes. And I haven't looked at this a heck of a lot today. I did watch an interesting video that unfortunately I can't show it, but it's all about Katla and what could happen in the future with it. And I think I may be able to throw that link in here anyway for you guys later. Let's start up top though. We'll have a look and see what we can find out here in the water. We've got a 1.3, and that's not very big. And that is from 8:10 today in the morning, and 6.7 kilometers down. If we slide over a little bit, I think there was a one over here. No, maybe. All right, maybe not. Okay, we're not seeing anything all the way into this area, and even down to Bardabunga and Grimsvatn on this map. I'm pretty sure there's some smaller ones around Astja. But down here, we definitely had something at Katla, and that is something that is kind of interesting because, you know, Katla, well, it could be ice movement, but hey, it could be waking up. You never know. Let's have a look at a few of these. This was from yesterday, 7:45 a.m. Hang on, that's yesterday? No, that's today, sorry. 1.1 kilometers down, and it's a 1.1. This 1.3 today as well, 7:45 a.m. Now that one is 100 meters down, so that could have been just ice movement. And this 1.4 here, 100 kilometer or 100 meters down. Did I say kilometers on the other one? 100 meters, like 300 feet. of ice, perhaps. Anyway, 2.2. This one is from yesterday, 2333, 100 meters down. And the bigger one here, also from yesterday, still 2236, 100 meters down, 2.8. And the next ones here, yeah, going 1319 was the time on this, 1.0, and it was 1.1 kilometers down. Let's just grab a couple of these other ones here because I don't want to go through all of them. Anyway, this one was 1008, 100 meters down. This guy here is 800 meters down, 1.4, happened at 6:10 a.m. And then we have this 1.5, 1.1 kilometers down, and 10:08 a.m. Now, one of the things about Katla is it's a big volcano, and there's also something interesting over here on the other side, and there's this big rift out here, and that is scary, and that can have a lot of lava flow, and the rift itself was erupting at one point in time. So some unique features are right in this area, and very, very interesting. That includes this guy over here, and this is the one that we really got to watch out for, because if it ever goes, it could go so strongly that it would make our wonderful Ragnar look like a tiny, tiny little bump, literally, as far as the eruption is concerned. So that is one of those things that you got to really watch out for. Katla is known for producing lots of tephra and volcanic lightning. Yes, loads and loads of ash is what they predict if Katla goes again. And that is the big thing that you got to watch out for. Diane, welcome. Yesterday I was watching the live stream close up of the volcano in Iceland named Nar for short. It still had heat shimmering from some plumes on it last night. And yes, you're absolutely right. We just had that on, Diane. And if you want here, I can show you again real quick, since we're still on Iceland. And that is this video that we had here. I did a time lapse of what was going on earlier today, and there you can see the smoke that is coming out of that Ragnar, and that is exactly what you were watching, I think, from yesterday and today. I don't know for sure, but that is kind of neat to be able to see that. And of course, this was the one that I did go out and visit last year. Unfortunately, I can't afford to go this year, but it's interesting nonetheless, and it's a beautiful volcano. Let's just leave that there and go back to the map, and that way we know where we are. There we go. Okay, so and hopefully that helped you out there. Yona, welcome, and glad to have you on board, and nice to see you. So yeah, looking at what's going on at Katla, we've got a few tremors there, but don't jump up and down yet. That is minor detail to what would be happening if we actually seen something happening there. Hey, now we got something lighting up here at Bardabunga. Let's take a look at it real quick. 1.9, is that from yesterday? No, that's from today, 1701. 1.1 kilometers down, 1.9 in magnitude. So we do have that out there at Bardabunga. Don't see anything around Grimsvatn though. Nothing. And Ascha, did it light up around here at all? No, nothing at Ascha. So very quiet, but we do still have a few out here, little guys, and I don't think they're really anything scary or anything to worry about. Looking at this guy, 4.6 kilometers down, and it was 6:46 a.m. And of course, that was today, 1.6 in magnitude. And let's go to that other one, wherever it went, 1.8. There we go. And that is in the middle of nowhere. And 7.1 kilometers down, 6:51 a.m. for that 1.8. So that is kind of what we had over there. And getting over here to our Reykjens Peninsula, and we do have a couple of spots that lit up. Oh, we do have a couple more here I missed. These are, hang on, where's Hekla? Hekla is close by here. There's Hekla. I knew I'd seen it. But this is not Hekla. This is a different place. And 1.1, 10.5 kilometers down, 44 minutes after midnight for that guy. And let's get rid of that and click here. And 1.0 from today at 15:39, 9.4 kilometers down on that particular one. So that gives you a pretty good idea that we had some smaller tremors there, but nothing really scary. Let's have a look at this guy, and it is a 1.1, 5.1 kilometers down, and 4:54 a.m. Today. Like I say, 1.1 right beside the lake. Not sure if that's really going to make much of a difference. Looking here, we don't see anything as far as the small ones, and of course our Ragnar is located right here in Geldingadarlar, right in this spot, and this is where Bob would have started originally, and Ragnar's is actually quite large. It's big. Anyway, right there is where it lives. So if we slide over here, though, looking at this other one here, it's a 1.7. It's also got a 1.1 beside it. This happened at 2:58 a.m., 4.9 kilometers down for that 1.7. Then we have a 1.0 and 4.7 kilometers down as well, 4:46 a.m. I guess it's just the two there. I thought there was an extra dot. Okay. That is all we see on this particular map. Zooming out a little bit, we do have one here in the water on the, it looks like the Eurasian side of the Reykjens Ridge, and that is, of course, 2.0 magnitude, 1.1 kilometers down, and 10:28 a.m. is the time on that guy. So that's what we're looking at. And if we zoom out a little bit, just kind of going over everything briefly, not a heck of a lot of activity, really. If we go over to the other map, though, it has a bunch more little ones indicated that we did not see. And this is Ascha, and here's a 0.4 right there, 3.1 kilometers down from 2049 today. And that is there, a 0, 3.2 kilometers down, and that is at 2207. Interesting. And then he's got some friends out here. I'm not going to worry about those. We didn't see anything here for Grimsvatn on the other one, but we do have a small little tremor here, 0.68, and that was 822 meters down. 822 meters down in the ground, so it would have been probably just at the base of the ice. I don't know how thick that ice is there, if it's a kilometer thick or not. Likely less, but that's what we're seeing there. Anyway, it was at 3:49 a.m. Then we also had a 3.37 right there, 8.2 kilometers down, 7:36 this morning. And there's a friend over here at Bardabunga, 2.47, 2.1 kilometers down from 2301, and then a little 0.3, 5.1 kilometers down, 2300 was the time on that guy. So we do have some activity, even though it wasn't showing up on the other map. Importantly, I want to get back over here, our area where we love it so much, and there's our Gelding Darlers, and of course that is Ragnar and all the little fissures or vents, I should say, that opened. We do have some new stuff here, very, very small though, and whoops, 0.01, 5.6 kilometers down, 4:55 a.m. This guy here, 4:13 a.m., 0.4, 5.2 kilometers down. Thank you for the 5-minute warning, Piggy. This point at 4:2 is 5.5 kilometers down, roughly 3 a.m. on that guy. And again, those are kind of in line where, what I would suspect as in line with our original fissure. That would have been about 8 kilometers long. So if you measure it out, it's right in that relatively the same area. Looking here, there's a couple of small ones just down by the highway. 0.29, 5.2 clicks down, 13:59 on that guy, and this 0.65, 6.1 kilometers down at 8:40 a.m. And here's a bunch of stuff that was not reported on the other one, including this one right under the town of Grindavik. And that is, I think I gotta turn on subscriber only mode, you guys. Oh boy. Okay, if you're watching and you want to continue to chat in the chat box, if you're not subscribed, it's going to take 5 minutes. So please make sure you are subscribed. And I will turn on the sub-only mode, and it will take 5 minutes before you can chat in the chat after you hit that subscribe button. Anyway, 0.18, 4 kilometers down, 51 minutes after midnight for that guy. And let's leave him there. I'm going to turn on the mode and subscribers mode and save. There we go. So that should pop up there, and there we go. So that means you have to be a subscriber for at least 5 minutes before you can chat in the chat portion. And welcome to Major. Hey, welcome back. Glad to see you. I hope that you're all doing well and happy. Yes, doing well, Major. Doing really good. And George Couteau also popped in. Welcome, George. Glad to have you on board. Mona Alfano, welcome. And let's see, did I miss anyone else real quick? I think I've got most of you other good people. So not a problem. Anyway, looking at this, a little bit of a mess there. I'll just zoom in on it and take a look and see if there's anything sizable. And I'm surprised they're not reported on the other one. And this is a 1.01, and it should have shown up at 10:46 a.m., 4.6 kilometers down. Here's a 1.74, definitely big enough, 4.9 kilometers down, 8:58 a.m. And let's see, some other bigger ones with it. Really nothing major out here, but 3.89 kilometers for this 0.59 from 8:59 a.m. And again, this is right where there's another little run of a fissure kind of thing up here. So if we do get something erupting here, it wouldn't be that bad unless it's major. Then it'll flow in the same way, and as you see here, this path, and hopefully it would not divert over to Grindavik. But I don't think anything's going to happen. Those are fairly deep yet, so I'll leave those alone. Looking at what's out here, yeah, they have just some little ones. I'm not going to worry about it. And there's that other two that's out in the water. We've seen that on the other chart. So pretty cool, you guys. And now we got a new one. This is brand new. We're clicking on the wrong one. This one, 2301, 2.47, and that is at Bardabunga. So that's a brand new quake, you guys, just happened. It is Pepsi time, though, and we're going to leave this wonderful map be. You can always explore it on your own, and we do have all those maps loaded up in the actual bot script. And so if you type in earthquake or earthquake 2 or earthquake 3, you will get all three different types of maps that you can look at and peruse at your will and leisure. So there you go. Anyway, let's get at things real quick here. I'm gonna set up for the break. And yes, I do take breaks, you guys. For some of those that aren't familiar with that, usually I take a 5-minute break every half hour. Saves my voice a little bit because I talk continuously. Anyway, we'll turn the fire back on, and actually we can get rid of the banner. There we go. That way you can watch all the lovely chunks of tephra flying out of there. Just don't catch them, okay? That's not good for you. Anyway, good people, enjoy it. And for those who have not yet hit that like button, please do consider hitting the like button. That would be awesomely great of you. And of course, that is the best and most economical way to help out the stream. And you are more than welcome to hit that button. We really would appreciate it. Also, if you're new and you hadn't subscribed before, if you want to chat in the chat box, you must actually be subscribed for at least 5 minutes. Hey, Barda Bear, welcome. The monk sleeps. Okay, I'm glad the monk is sleeping. Elena, did you take the goat away from him? The goat was sleeping with him as well, and I just didn't think that was right on the bendy couch out on the porch. Okay, anyway, I'll leave it at that. That's all I know. I'm innocent. I swear I'm innocent, Elena. I know nothing. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go take that break, you guys. Please don't go away. Keep smiling. I will be back in about 5 minutes, and that should be good. So don't go away. I'll be back. There we go. Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you all on board. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching VolcanoX live stream. And for those who have wandered in, this is from, she's a blowtorch, you bet, Linda. This is a blowtorch from Cumbre Vieja volcano from last October. And that is out on La Palma, Canary Islands, and that is what we were watching for the interim. I see a few people popped in. Major is here. Callie, what is it? Callau Lily. Callau Lily? I hope I said it right. Welcome. Glad to have you back. And who else popped in? I thought I seen... Edith NZ is having trouble with her internet. Hope she figures that out and gets it straightened away. I know they've had some issues in the past down there in New Zealand, so hopefully things will get better. And let's see. Russell is also here. Welcome, Russell. Glad to have you on board. And that's good for now for all those, and let's get on to some other volcanoes. Going to use my magic powers and actually stop the Cumbre Vieja jet engine there, or rocket engine. There we go. It's magic. And thank you everyone for the welcome backs from let's see, Sue and Mars and Kevin and Gura and whoever else said it. Well, thanks, and Arizona, thanks. Okay, I was zipping over, and of course, that is supposed to look like that. All right, that, of course, is out in the Azores, Azore Islands, in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and we will take a look at some of the wonderful shots there real quick of what kind of earthquakes we had. But just for those people who are not familiar with this scene, what you're seeing is a harbor. That's the very bright lights down there, and the lights that you see up in the distance, and that is Pico Island. And we can give you a real quick peek at that, what it looks like. If we can get that to go back up on top. I had to paste everything. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. I wanted the other one. Is that the one? Let me try that. I've got 3 pictures here, so I don't know which one was what. This one is one of them. Yeah, there you can see Mount Montana, and then of course Pico Island. I thought my other one was better though, the other one I've got here. Hang on, one more, and there. That one, that's I think the best shot. You can actually see Pico Island very well, as up in the top right hand side there you can see Fayal Island as well. So pretty cool. Anyway, we'll turn those views off and just use what we've got right now. And of course that one is where it's at. And if I get over there and change things, there we've got a little cove, and that's what we kind of judge our weather by, how rough the seas are. I'm seeing a little bit of wave action coming in there, and not a heck of a lot, but I don't think it's any good for small craft. We see down here, the reason I'm pointing at it is we can see the white water as the waves splash onto the shore, and the more white water you got, obviously the more wave action you've got. So pretty cool. I sailed to the Azores 2 years ago. I loved it. And Major, curious, did you eat their bananas there? Because they're grown specifically in their lava soil, and they are supposed to have a sweeter taste. And I'm just curious if you noticed that by chance. Okay, that is a kind of a weird question for you, but that's kind of what I figured. No, I hate bananas. Okay, well, that answers that question, doesn't it? Here's the other harbor, and of course that one is not quite as bad with lights today. We can actually see the boat that is anchored off in the distance here, and some other vessels anchored in the bay in the sheltered area. So pretty cool, pretty awesome. And let's get over and have a look and see what we've got for earthquakes there today. And we really don't have a heck of a lot. And let's see if we make that a little wider. There we go. And we're only seeing two. So this is the island of St. George and Pico Island right here. And we'll look at these earthquakes. And this one was from 1540 this afternoon, so 3:40 p.m. Their time, 1.9, so fair size, but just one of a kind. And then at 1855, a slightly different location, and that was a 1.7. Really nothing major showing up there other than that. What are the red ones? The red ones? What red ones? I don't know why some are red and some are white. I have no idea. You're talking about on the list here? That is a good question. The shaker, the red ones, what I see here is they got the shaker index attached to them. So this one, as an example, the 1.9 would have felt like a 3. The shaker of 3, depending on how close you were to it. This particular one here, the 2.3, you would have felt it shaker of a 4. And that is kind of just the intensity of it. And that's, I think that is what they mean with those. So those are the ones you're referring to. So that's the index level or shake level, and I don't know. It depends on depth as well for these things. Let's pop over to the other one here. I'm going to refresh that one because I haven't, and then we will be more accurate with it anyway. So on this map, though, we see a bunch of other ones in different locations, as well as the ones out here on St. George. So first off, 16 hours ago, 2.0 way out here, and of course that is on the African side. You got to remember, this is the African plate on this side, this is a Eurasian plate there, and when we go over here, that's the North American plate. So this is the junction point right in here, and that is what's happening, why they get as many quakes as they do. This is a 2.3 17 hours ago. This guy is a 2.0 19 hours ago, and those are all out in the water. And zooming in, and here's our two that we see, and there's slightly different values on this chart compared to the other one, but this one is saying 2.28 hours ago and 2.05 hours ago. Whereas on the other one, they were a 1.7 and a 1.9 respectively. So makes you wonder who is taking the measurements, but I mean, we know that we had two there. I'm not lagging anymore. What? You're not lagging? I don't know. I'm old lady. Are you lagging? Callie, make sure that your live button on your screen is red. If it's not red, then the live, it's not live, just so you know. But anyway, that is what we've got here, and in the Azores, and again, that is St. George, Pico Island, and Fayal Island. Fayal Island actually looks like some kind of a fighter jet. There's the windshield and the cut-off wings, maybe something from Star Trek. All we need to do is add some nacelles, and away it goes. Never mind. Okay, bad stuff. Hopefully that'll be good. And let me zoom out a little bit, and then you can kind of see what the area looks like, and what I was saying about the junction of the plates. So there's your mid-Atlantic ridge going down there, and your North American plate, of course, a Eurasian plate, and the African plate. So that is the junction point of all three, and they are all moving away from each other. So pretty cool. And what I just had a shower, DJ. I didn't need to know that. Anyway, sliding down here, let's have a quick look at what we've got. So they're showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know 2 of them are on St. George, depth of 9 kilometers on both of them. So hopefully that is right. And here are the other 3 that are out in the ocean area. And again, these are not surface quakes today, so I'm a little bit miffed and in a way kind of going, what's going on? Let's have a look at that chart. Nope, let's not. Let's try that one more time. There we go. And there we can see it. So for today, nothing at the surface. I'm trying to respond to Linda Schoof, still learning how to use a computer. No worries, Kal-El, Lily. You take your time, and there is no pressure here. We're very relaxed people, so it's all good. Anyway, there's your depths. 6 kilometers down on that guy, 8 on that one, and then 9 on those 2, and a 10 down here on the other one. And that is kind of the area where we're at. So looking not too bad. Let's see. All right, we'll leave that be, and we will slide up a little bit and leave it on that map. Make that bigger, of course, and actually you can make it bigger still. There we go. That is kind of interesting to see. Anyway, that is the mid-Atlantic ridge there, and like I say, North American plate, Eurasian plate, and African plate down here. So that is the junction point, and it's growing new land there. So that'll be interesting to see what happens in about 10-20 million years. See if we have another island or 2 or continent developing. Which would be really awesome. All right. Anyway, let's carry on. Next one's, oh, hey, hang on. What's going on here? All right, fine. Let's look at this. We all know what volcano this is. I'm teasing. You wouldn't all know. This is Fuego in Guatemala. And during the night, they had zoomed in on it, and it was very out of focus, but this is what it was doing. And Fuego was, and this is a time lapse, so it is moving a little faster than what you normally see, but that is pretty nasty with some of that stuff coming out. There we go. That's the end of that time lapse. That was what was happening, and during the rest of the day, it was basically buried in clouds again. So, kind of disappointing that way. But at least we had that, and had the opportunity to be able to see it. Popocatépetl, on the other hand, right now though, is doing pretty awesome. And look, there it is. We can actually see it. That is really nice. And some blue sky up there with some high cloud, but hey, that's okay. At least we've got some good visibility. Most of that snow has melted off the top of the mountain, and that is pretty awesome too. We do still see the pluming of gas coming out. If we go to some of the other views, of course, we have that big ball of fire with that camera fighting the AGC, or automatic gain control, because of that sunlight. But you can still see the plume up top here. It's not overly large or nothing nasty coming out, but it is there. So that is pretty good. And we do continue to keep an eye on Popocatépetl. And that, of course, is 70 kilometers south of Mexico City. And here's a different angle of it right there. So looking pretty awesome, you guys. Mars 2028 says, unfortunately, I have to go now. Have a great rest of the show. No worries, Mars 2028. You take care and be good. Do your thing and stay safe, okay? Anyway, we are seeing our wonderful pluming up top there, and that is always nice to see it continue to be alive. And here we are at, this is our El Volcán de Colima, or Fuego Colima, Fuego de Colima, and unfortunately we can't see it. Let's go back in time and see if we can spot it. Way back in time, 11 hours and 49 minutes ago. There it is. And we do see it, and we can see there's nothing coming out the top right now, so I'm not going to worry about that. Hey Gura, you have yourself a good night as well. Major's also heading out. Night, folks. Hope to see you all soon. Take care, and okay, Major, be good, keep smiling, and stay safe, okay? You know where we are, so hopefully we'll see you again. And so yeah, lots of people going to sleep. Oh, Agura, you're not going to sleep? Oh, Mars is going to sleep. Okay, Mars. Good night, Mars. Good night, Major. It's the M's. The M&M's are going to sleep. M&M. All right, the M&M's are going to sleep, you guys. Good night to M&M. I know, punny. All right, anyway, back to where it was. So that's what we were looking at. I don't know if they got back online with Fuego or not. Oh, yeah, they did. They were off earlier, so I wasn't able to see anything. And unfortunately, I don't think... well, I know why they went off the air, because it was exactly this. And unfortunately, we can't see a darn thing. So, no views of Fuego right now, but you've seen that little video. I can actually play that again, just so you can see what it looked like there. So, was pretty awesome. And go video. Poof, and that's what it was. A few shots, one after another, and yep, it's a foggy Fuego. But during the night, it was sure throwing some stuff out, and it was windy there, and you can see the camera, of course, shaking like mad. So, but that was kind of neat to see. It sparking up, and it was actually quite a bit of lava on some of those ejections, and you know, like that one there, and really it was pretty cool to see. So like someone out of the 50s sci-fi alien films. Yes, and thanks Kevin for that 3-minute mark. I got it. And anyway, that is what we've got going on there at Fuego for today, and that is pretty cool, you guys. So just trying to do something else here. All right, looking at two buddies feeding on grass right now, which is really neat. All right, looks like Curly and BB, I think, but anyway, that's okay. So, all right, let's turn that guy off. We'll move to the next volcano, unfortunately, and that is Talika, and Talika is in the fog, in the clouds, so we don't get to see that. And our Momotombo is not visible right now. So we've got one left in Nicaragua, and that's not a bad picture. And that is the Messiah volcano. And of course, you can see it is still off-gassing. There's your caldera, and it is producing a fair amount of SO2 and stuff like that. So speaking of SO2, we were talking about Katla in Iceland, and one of the things that they kind of mentioned is that that volcano can produce about a quarter of the world's SO2 issues in one major eruption. So if you want something that's going to change your climate, don't let Katla have a super eruption. That would be pretty wild. Anyway, that is good for right there. And the next one, of course, on our list is Merapi. And Merapi is one of those things. I will take a look at it after the break, I think. All right, is my chat not moving anymore, or are people not talking? Oh, there we go. I was looking and waiting to see the update on the clock here. So anyway, I will put it back onto our wonderful standby lava stuff. I knew that was going to do it. I turned that off. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to reset it though, otherwise it's going to start off in the middle of the song. There we go. I got that reset. And so for all those who haven't hit that like button yet, please do consider hitting it and helping us out by hitting it and making the YouTube analytics go up. That would really be awesome. Dr. Fox, you say that everything, LOL. What? Gremlins? I didn't say gremlins. What, Piggy? What are you talking about? I missed something. You missed a word, or you missed something. Anyway, every time somebody left it on. Yeah, it turns on by itself. I have no idea how that happens. Anyway, I'm going to go for a break. We got bacon seeds when we come back. I promise. And darn auto incorrect. Yeah. DJ closes his eyes. Okay, here's the music. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. And moving into confusion corner. Me too. I'll just sit over there and mellow out with this music. That's a little loud, isn't it? Let me tune that down just a tad. There. Okay, now that should be better. All right, and please join me, everyone. No worries. Okay, I'm gonna go on my break, and don't go away, you guys. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'll be back in about 5 minutes with bacon seeds. And there we go. All right. Okay, trying it again. The track is off. It should not start next time. Oh, evil laugh. It's gonna start anyway. All right, using my magical powers, I will stop that volcano now. And there we go. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. You are watching VolcanoX live stream. And yes, I'm back, and yes, it's bacon seed time. And thank you, Gura, for the welcome back and the I can hear you from Sharon Stewart. I appreciate that. And I see C&D boy, Bob made it in. Hopefully you got all your wood cut today there, Bob, and everything else fixed up. So pretty awesome. Anyway, bacon seeds. Let's get over there and let's have a look. May the 4th be with you. May the 4th be with you. Okay, Luke. Use the force, Luke. Anyway, that is the last bacon seed from yesterday. So that is pretty awesome. Let's get on to today's bacon seeds. Even though that guy is a little cutie. And here we've got some spots. I spotted some spots. I gotta love the wonderful bacon seeds. And there's actually about 4 of them in that picture are Anamama. So don't go in there. By the way, just to let you know, from being kind of a farm boy, you never ever go into a pig pen when the mama has got babies. She will attack you. If she doesn't know you, she will take your arms right off and your legs and everything else. And if there's nobody there to save you, she will devour you. So be aware of that. Piggies are beautiful. And let's carry on. Here's our next little bacon seed. And this guy just ran out of energy, plopped down. He's got no energy left. He's having a nap attack. And that kind of reminds me of a few people around here today. Being too tired and needing sleep. And I can understand that. Some of them in Europe or those areas told you I was nasty. Yeah, piggy, be nice. And there, a little bit more soft and cuddly is what we're seeing there. And that is a beautiful little bacon seed. And look at the smile on his face. And he's got his eyes closed, and feeling comfy and sleepy, and very, very, very relaxed. So definitely one of those little wonderful guys. But he's got spots too. And I keep on thinking it's all these spots on my glasses. But no, that's actually on the pig. So next bacon seed, and here we go. And oh my God, he's got spots too. I think we're not getting away from the spots. And that is, he's been spotted, yes. This one has been spotted as well. And he's cute. He's got a smirk on his face. I love it. And next bacon seed. Oh my God, it's spreading. Yes, spots are contagious. And oh my God, look at that. There's more. They're all infected with spots. Oh no, it's a spot infection. I don't know what we're going to do. And it's definitely got on all of them. So some of them are suffering more spotterific. Some of them are suffering more than others, I think, but that's okay. And we'll get to our last bacon seed of today, and that is this wonderful picture. And he got no spots. He's got stripes. He's a racer. He's got racing stripes on the sides there, and he's chewing It looks cute. You gotta admit that looks cute. With him having that chunk of straw or hay in his mouth there, chowing down. You guys gotta admit. That one in the middle, okay, is a spot. Yep. Um, yeah, this looks good though. I like it. So he's bringing that fresh straw to Piggy. Oh, he's the delivery guy, is he? Well, we'll have to give Piggy some new bales here soon, and we'll see. I'm sure those ones she's got are still pretty darn good because they were pretty happy, and I'm pretty sure that we did still have them there. What the heck is this one all about? How come I got this one here? Copy, remove, paste, and I want to see. What? Yeah, I still have that on there. Time for bacon seeds. There we go. Now I know what that file was. That was pretty good. It's a retriever piggy. You bet. And straw man. Yeah. There you go. Okay, let's carry on around the world and see what else we have going on for volcanoes. And let's head over to Japan and see what our wonderful Sakurajima is doing. And Sakurajima looks like it's being bad right now. I'm wondering if it erupted here just recently. I'm just trying to go back here a little bit and see, because that is definitely, if we're looking at this, we can see that that's not just cloud over being tossed out of here. That's looks like it's erupting a little bit. Very interesting, and some puffy clouds as well. Maybe we can see something from the other angle. I'm just moving it ahead in random increments here, just trying to see what it's doing. And yeah, a lot of white steam at the end here, with still some gray in it though, and that is gonna make a guy wonder what's going on. Quick peek. Oh darn it, we just missed the ice cream boat, and he's gone. I'm sure the other one will be along soon, coming from the other side, but there he goes, you guys. We'll have to check back later for the ice cream boat, and that is okay. This angle though, we don't see that much of the pluming going on. Matter of fact, a lot more cloud in the way, I think. If we go back, that's about 3 hours ago, and you can see it kind of rose up a little bit there. If we go back about 4 hours, that is about this point, and you can see that we've got some storm clouds coming right over top of it, so very difficult to really tell what is actually happening there. And if we go up to the close-up cam and try to spot some of that, let's see what we've got here. Very difficult to tell. Again, it's unfortunate that it is what it is there, so I wish we could see a little better. But yeah, that's the close-up cam. Definitely not seeing what is coming out of there, but we do see that there is something adding to the cloud layers. Hey Laura, welcome, glad to have you on board. It's Laura, hang on, Laura, or is that Laura? No, there's no Laura. Oh, that's DJ doing his thing. Alright, never mind. I'll ignore him. I gotta ignore him. He says some weird things sometimes. Thumbs up. Okay, DJ, that's a good thing. Anyway, let's carry on. We'll put this back on live. So, something happened at Sakurajima. We're not sure, and that's actually better than what we had before. That cloud kind of moved a little bit, but still can't tell what's really going on in the crater. Moving on, and there we are over at Mount Fuji And Mount Fuji is covered in cotton. It's got all these cotton swabs all over it, and that is what we're seeing right now. Earlier, of course, Mount Fuji was not looking so fluffy, I guess, for lack of better words. This is about 4 hours and 40 minutes ago, and that is in the wee hours of the morning. And we kind of see it looked like it was raining there, so not that great of weather, but a variable weather in Japan, no worries. Anyway, there is Mount Fuji. Let's carry on. This is Aso, and I figured as much. If we can't see Mount Fuji, usually we can't see Aso. And yes, Aso should be in there somewhere. Unfortunately, it is not. So let us move on. And yes, that is spelled ASO for those who are new. And it's Aso-san. And that is basically the name of it. And that's the Japanese name. So I didn't make it up. Anyway, this is Suwanoshijima down on the southern islands. And we do see a very, very little coming out on the bottom here. It looks like a little bit of fog or cloud in there, but nothing major again. So this guy has been quiet as well. I was hoping that we would be able to, well, hang on, we can see a sunrise. That might be interesting. And that is kind of what it looked like during its sunrise. That's kind of neat, I think. And but I'm not seeing what I want to see, and that is the glow in here. So that is unfortunate. And that is 5:29 a.m. If we go back, let's see. I know the moon was in there too somewhere, and yeah, we see some stars. But yeah, 4:15 a.m. Nothing. Everything is quiet. If we move back a little bit more, yeah, I can see the moonlight above there. 2:15 a.m. Very quiet. And if we move back a little bit more, and we are there at 22 minutes after midnight. No lava present at any point. So that is kind of what we're seeing right now. And I'm not going to worry about it. It is what it is. So that is it for Japan. Quick check here. I'm going to put that, yeah, I did put it back on live. Quick check to see if another ice cream boat showed up. Nope, not yet. And hopefully we'll get one in there. We'll check back in a while. Let's go over to our next volcano. And that one is Taal. And again, today we're not having the greatest of luck with visibility. And Taal was a little bit more visible earlier, but right now it is not very visible. So let's get back to a time where we could actually see it. And there, that is about 2 hours and 15 minutes ago. Wasn't looking too bad. We can see a little bit of pluming coming out of the crater there, and not very much. I'm not sure if this is just a natural cloud buildup from condensation blowing over top of that little cone, or if there's actually something going on there. If we go further down in the road here, we can tell. And yep, that's exactly what I thought. So nothing coming out of this. It's just a cloud moving by in the foreground. But these look like they are coming out of Taal, out of the crater, and creating a little bit of off-gassing. So we do have some off-gassing with it for right now. And pretty cool. And let's see. What? I went out and back in again. A 41. 41 what? I missed out what you're measuring. Anyway, All right. Did our chat die or something? People go home or something? Everybody's being quiet, and that's unusual. Chat rate is down to 0. Am I even broadcasting? Um, Making me wonder here. Um, okay. I I'm not seeing anybody chatting. I didn't think I was that interesting. Still here? Okay. Chat is super slow here, Doc. Too, Doc. Okay. We are a 5x5, Doc. Okay. Well, at least I'm on the air. Uh, Kind of gets me worried when I see everything just kind of stop, and I'm wondering, okay, either I've said something that has really got people fascinated, or everybody has left. Everybody's left the building. Oh my God! It's because that guy came in. He chased everybody out. Mr. Kim Raudenbush, what are you doing? Uh, okay, I'm number 42. Creeps out. Yeah, there you go. And that is awesome. All right. Again, this a little bit later. This is about 2 hours ago, and we can definitely see that these clouds were made by the volcano itself. So the volcano is indeed off gassing some. This here is just condensation that is kind of lifted off the lake and moving out. So that is before the volcano cone and not over it, which is kind of deceiving when it was back a little bit more. But yep, tall, not producing a lot, but it is there. And all right, we got Taal. Let's take a look at real quick. Let's go over to since we're in that area of the world. Let's see if we can stop it from doing what it's doing here. A refresh, and maybe it'll work. There we go, and it even came back in high def. Amazing. Anyway, it's buffering again. I gotta love that. That was Merapi pretty much all night long, you guys. And I'm going back, that's already 6 hours ago, 7 hours ago. And it was storming there all night long, so we're not seeing a darn thing. That's 9 hours ago, and that is 10 hours ago. So Merapi is a no-go today. And let's move on and have a look over at a different one. And this is over in New Zealand, Mount Ruapehu. Ruapehu, of course, is typically covered with snow and out in the open. And unfortunately, not very visible right now because of the same thing. The issues that we have and dread the most is that we have clouds in the way. Here in the early morning wee hours, though, this is a beautiful silhouette of Ruapehu, and you can even see the lights of the ski hill on the ski area on the side, which is pretty cool. And I always wondered, what the heck are those lights about? And I recall seeing the ski hills before, so that is pretty cool, pretty awesome, you guys, and you gotta love that. And I'm just wondering if we can actually see a little bit of snow on there if the light hits it in the right direction. I think that cloud is already moving in, but yeah, you can see that we've got snow down to that line. That snow has moved down quite a bit. And of course, it is winter there in New Zealand, and that is what we are looking at. So, pretty awesome and nice to see what is going on. All right, so that is there, and let's have a look at Semeru, and maybe we won't see Semeru, and that is pretty cool. Top left-hand screen is Luolatok, and Luolatok is off-gassing. What the heck did it just do? All right, it is right there doing its thing and continuing to off gas a bit. Unfortunately, a Semaru not showing up down here on the bottom left. Bottom right is a woo or a woo, but a woo is not doing a thing. So, a woo, I love you, but you're not doing anything. All right, moving on. Up here, of course, a Krakatoa, or Krakatau, if you want to call it that, a son of Krakatoa. And of course, you can see it is off-gassing. It wasn't quite as violent as it had been in the past today, but you do see that we do still have eruption. And let's see if I can make that bigger. No, hang on, I have to redo that. I had to restart the whole darn thing today again, so luckily it happened this morning, so I was able to take my time to redo things, but again, things are in different places. It's always difficult. Anyway, there is a closer up look at Krakatoa, and if we go back in time, we can see that it was a little bit more aggressive and plumy during the night. There we go. Okay, trying to go back. That's about 3 hours ago now there. And that's what we see. If we go back a little bit more, this is about 4 hours ago. Oop, and again, it's kind of pretty much the same as what we were seeing. But yeah, the fact that it is still ongoing is the whole thing here, that we are seeing it doing its thing, and it looks like it is throwing out a fair amount. Also a lot of smoke and ash along with it, so pretty cool, and that is what we're seeing. Anyway, I'll leave that one be. There you can see top left, of course, that is Luolatok. Kind of starry sky in the top there, and that's pretty neat. We don't see the bottom two at all, so this is nice, but no go here. I do like that. That is pretty cool. Okay, and it is break time, you guys. We're pretty much close to it. One other place to go real quick, and then we will take another break, and we're going to just have a quick peek at Yellowstone National Park and make sure it's still there, that way nobody can say, hey, it's gone, it's moved. And yep, definitely still geysers steaming away, so I don't think Yellowstone's going to blow up. We're all good, and we do have some Sasquatches wandering the trails, which is pretty cool. And that is your Yellowstone for today. And it is break time, you guys. So for those wonderful people that are here, if you have not yet hit that like button, please help us out. And let's see if we can get those likes up and over that 100 mark today. And that would really, really be awesome. Also, if you're new and you are not able to get into the chat, we have subscriber mode on, and that is because of the spam that's been going on. And of course, if you want to be able to chat, you have to subscribe and be at least 5 minutes of subscription before you're allowed to talk in the stream. So do consider that, and we'll see what happens. Okay, on that note, though, I think it is time for me to put you back over onto our lava scene, and we'll use my magic, and we'll get the fire going again. There we go, and keep smiling, and I'm going to throw on a different song here. So again, hit that like button if you haven't done so already. And I will go take a 5-minute break. Keep smiling. I'll be back. we go. Microphone is back on. Welcome everyone. Welcome back. And I think we must have put everyone to sleep because there are still people awake. Kevin Haynes, I see that. And Sharon Stewart says, I can hear you, Dr. Fox. Thank you, Sharon and Gura and Kevin. Glad that you guys are still with me here. I think everybody else is sleeping. Hey, Hermione is awake. Welcome back, Hermione. And I hope Fluffy is still snoozing away. Judy L says, still here. All right, Judy. And gotta love that. I was sitting here just watching some of the lava coming out, and it's just incredible to see that on the screen. I wish I could be there in person, or could have been up close and watched it myself. That would be really cool. Hazy Eagle, welcome. You're popping in really late in the show, but welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. Okay, let's see what else we can come up with there. We didn't get to Hawaii, so I'm going to use my magic and stop this volcano right there. And then we will go over to look at Hawaii and see what we've got cooking there. So there we are. Let me fix that screen a little bit. There we go. And that, of course, is the lava pool within Kilauea's crater. And that is what we're seeing, or seen at 2:27 a.m. Hawaii time. And of course, you can see the wonderful neon glow to it. I always like that. That glow. It's kind of neat. And the little toe area over here is like a little pool. I don't know if that's going to survive. The lava tube should be right around here somewhere, feeding it, going in underneath. And that has covered itself up. Remember, we had the bridge here, very small one, and that kind of thing. And things have changed quite a bit. So I'm not sure what the heck is really going on there, but we'll find out in the future. And here is what it looks like right now, or at least within a few minutes ago. And that is still holding its level fairly well, not that far down from the top, possibly about a meter or so. We do see over on the right hand side here is some venting going on from where the lava tube has got a little hole in the top, and of course this is where the lava is coming in and flowing into it this way, and it changes and varies as that material decides to steer itself in different directions depending on how fast it's coming out and so on, and cooling off and crusting over on the top. Kind of a neat thing the way that is doing it. And we do still see these large cracks. Again, this is something that has developed over the last few months, and we'll see what happens in the future. And of course, the toe area here is full of lava, so we know that that lava tube is still active and providing enough there. So pretty awesome, you guys, and that is what we're seeing. Let's move over to the next one. This one, again, 2:26 a.m. This is kind of a longer range shot, but there is your lava pond. There's your primary vent. Here's where that little hornito, where the divider is, and the lava tube goes out from there. So that's what you're seeing, and that's seeing interesting stuff over here. We're seeing visible hot lava, and that is always kind of makes you go, okay. So let's refresh that picture, and there we go. So the visible hot lava was over here that we were seeing, possibly right underneath that. There is our pond and the toe. Very hard to see in here, and we do see kind of a ring around everything, and that is a raised area So that lava is actually within that raised area is where it is lighting up, which is pretty cool. Let's see if they've got the other camera fixed. I'm gonna refresh. No, still not fixed. But going over here to the thermal, 2:14 a.m. is when that was from. You can definitely see the extra lava over here, and that is a little further away. I was thinking it was coming out here where that smoke was. So we do have a lava pool developing over on the other side. And again, you can see the cooler, darker lava on top here. And you can see the spillover areas. And it's kind of interesting that we've had some overflow over here. And that kind of makes you wonder, so what's going on? This is not so deep over here anymore. I wish we had that other camera working, because that's the side that it looks in at, and we normally see the foreground there. So unfortunately we don't. Let's get this refreshed though, and this is a current picture, and again you can very easily see that ring around here. So that darker area of course is raised up a little bit, and that is kind of what we're seeing. We do see that level a little lower there. Like I said, it's about a meter down, so not right full, but pretty close. There's your primary vent over here, that little hornito with the divider in it, and not sure where this is getting its magma from, or lava. We could have some tubes underneath here that are just crusted over, and it's running underneath all the hardened material. So definitely could be right there. And let's see. Okay, that is good for night now, and I think I'll leave it there for Hawaii. Other than let's go take a look at some earthquakes for there, and just gonna locate my earthquake map and get it set so we can go. And wrong button, this button, that button. All right, earthquake map, there we go. And zooming into Hawaii. Before we do that, I just wanted to look. No big red ones. Okay, only a little one here in Hawaii. And of course, what we see out here, this is the Aloihi seamound is right about here. And we see a couple of little ones out here, 2.1, 12 kilometers down from 1609 for that guy, and 2.8 from 6:44 a.m., 5.1 kilometers down. This other guy here, kind of up on, it'll be almost right on top of Loihi, or just back a little bit, 1.5, and that is 10:01 a.m. and 9.8 kilometers down on that guy. So very interesting, a little bit more activity. We like seeing stuff out here, and that is always wonderful. Hopefully we'll get a bunch more, and then we'll see an island pop up. That would be really cool. Anyway, Pahala area, and we do have this red one here, so let's look at it first. And that is a 2.1 from 1751, and that is right there. I'm not going to mention the depths, as I mentioned before. They're from 26 to about 35 kilometers down, and or 32, 33, depends in what area there. But that's kind of it for that area. Anyway, 2.4 for this one, 1404 was the time on it. Next one going up, 2.3, 5:11 a.m. Smaller one here, 1.7 from 2:25 in the morning. Then 2.5, 7:51 a.m. We see 2.3 at 14:26, and we've got a 2.1 here at 50 minutes after midnight. Sliding over, and to have a look at the other ones here, we see this guy on the water, and that is 27 kilometers down, 1.7, and that is 6:43 a.m. This one a little closer to the shore, a little bigger as well, 2.2, and 9:49 a.m. on that guy. Moving up, we see this one 2.0, 15:42 was the time on that guy. Let's not forget this 2.1 here, 7:46 a.m. Then we get into these three that are real close together, 2.2, 5:11 a.m. We have 2.1, 5:21 a.m. And this one here is a 2.3 from 6:16 a.m. So that is your Pahala area, and that also includes Luihi Seamount. Did we miss this? Oh no, we got that guy. There's no more out here. No, that's what I want to double check. All right, so that is Pahala, and let's zoom in up here. We'll grab this guy right away here and go up the hill. So 7.7 kilometers down for this 2.3 from 5:17 a.m. On the side of Mauna Loa, coming down towards Kilauea. And then we get right up on top of Mauna Loa. Here's the actual caldera, and we do this 2.2, 7:46 a.m. It says minus 1.1 kilometers. That means it is 1.1 kilometers above sea level, well into the mountain itself. And here's a 2.1, minus 2.1, I should say, and it's 2.3 in size. That's from yesterday in 1955. This other guy here, 0.9 kilometers above sea level from 1:46 a.m. And then we have this guy, 2:03 a.m. for 2.0, 3 kilometers, or sorry, 3.1 kilometers down. And this other one, 1.8, and that is from yesterday, from 2031, 2.2 kilometers down on that guy. Let's not forget this guy over here, 1.8 from 1:11 a.m., 1.4 kilometers below sea level, so a little ways down. So we've been noticing some rumblings under Mauna Loa, which is really kind of interesting. And we'll see if that activity picks up in the future, because that'll be very, very neat to see if that pops. Also, we do see this one here, and this is Mauna Kea, and this is already down in the flatlands, 2.4, well, I wouldn't call it really flat, but way down the hill. 2.4, 11.8 kilometers depth is when where it happened, and it was 3:21 a.m. So not very big, but still something to be concerned with. And look, we've got one over here, and oh my God, what are we going to do? 2.5, 20 kilometers down, and I hope that is not an imminent eruption going to happen over here. That would really, really bite, and I don't think it will. Maybe they're just having a big drilling party in the backyard here or something. Who knows? But that's what we're seeing. So hopefully we won't see too many issues there. And we'll zoom out. That's it for Hawaiian earthquakes, you guys. Gonna zoom out a whole bunch here and just look around in general for larger ones. Zooming back in here north of New Zealand, Kermadec Ridge. This is not that big, but 4.9 from 1:01 a.m. Their time, and that is 10 kilometers down because they don't have a depth. Out here, it looks like Vanuatu and or New Caledonia is right there, so that too. There's, of course, it's right on a ridge. That is a 5.1. 25.3 kilometers down from 3:46 a.m. And looking at here, we have a 4.9, Indonesia, 10 kilometers down, 8:32 a.m. And this 4.2 from 13:31 and that is 237 kilometers down, quite a ways. Ooh, and I'm not sure if that's still in Thailand or where that is, but no, that's Myanmar. Okay, that is the one in Myanmar, and that was a 5.0. 16:22 was the time on that. That's 10 kilometers down. And this guy here, 4.8 in the Philippines, and that is 85.3 kilometers down from 20:01 yesterday. And moving up the southern end of the Japanese islands, this is from today. 13:13 is the time on it. 4.2 is the magnitude, and then 10 kilometers down we do have this other one over here, 4.9 from 3:44 a.m., 40 kilometers down. And at the juncture of the Kamchatka Peninsula, where the end, I guess it would be the end of the Aleutian Islands, right onto the Kamchatka, 4.7, so rattling that area at 51 minutes after midnight, 10 kilometers down. That's kind of it for there. So that's the one in Myanmar. And then, of course, the one here in Greece, and that is the one that Piggy did feel. And, of course, that is the 4.9/4.7/4.3/4.5, 4.7, 4.8, 4.3, 4.4, 4.3. Okay, there. Now we've got it fixed. But that is what the USGS is saying. If we look over here on the other map, they call it something else. They call it a 4.5 now. These guys changed their minds a whole bunch as well. And it was hilarious to see that, you guys. It really is. If we zoom in a little bit, you can actually see the proper location, and it's right there. So that is a 4.5 is what they're calling it. Everybody's got something different, I guess. It's the way it works. Hey, One Fishes, glad to see you, and thanks for popping by. And yes, if you want this map, this is actually a pretty nice map. If you want to get on there and use it, you can. That is going full screen. It looks pretty awesome. And you guys can use that link Arizona Snowman kindly put up in the chat. So pretty cool, and no worries. Moving on, we already looked at the Azores. We looked around the world. The only area we didn't hit is right here in the Canary Islands, and we're going to have a quick peek. And we do see, I'm going to have to refresh that though. I want to get rid of some of the old stuff. And there we go. All right, that looks a little bit better. So we don't see anything flashing. So where's our newest quake? Oh boy, way up here. And that's a 3.5, happened at 22:22. And that is up in our area where kind of the juncture or zone where the African plate as well as the Eurasian plate come together up there, or are moving apart rather, and that is what's going on there. And we do have some other ones there, another 3.5 from today as well, 15:52, and then we've got that little guy 2.6 from yesterday, and there's one more hiding underneath there. And that was from 2 days ago, so I'm not even going to worry about that guy. But let's move into La Palma and see what it looks like there right now. And of course, our wonderful Yvonne Kunkel is in Tazacorte having her vacation, and that is pretty cool. And it's awesome. Susie says everybody subscribe to One Fish, a YouTube channel. And yeah, One Fish is a good channel, so if you do subscribe there, I'm sure One Fish will appreciate it. Anyway, we're looking to see what we've got. So there's 12 kilometers down on that guy. That's a little to the north of Cumbre Vieja. This guy would be almost on some of the lava flows of Cumbre Vieja. That is a 1.2. The other one was a 1.1. This one is 11 kilometers down. And then we see this one, that would be just to the east of Cumbre Vieja, and that is 8 kilometers down. And this one is 1.5 in magnitude, 6 kilometers down. It's right up on top of the ridge. So pretty cool to see. And Yvonne did say she was going up there today. Just taking a look at these times. Yeah, I don't think she would have been there at 4:09 or 2:30 in the morning, but this 12:50 and 15:34, definitely she could have been up there throwing rocks down, making seismic things happen. That 1.8, yeah, if she was right there and found a lava tube and threw a big rock down it, I'm sure it would clank and bang all the way down in that lava tube and give us a 1.8. So, I'm kidding you guys. She wouldn't do that. Too dangerous up there. A lot of that is still closed off. Mind you, she's got credentials, so hey, she could get in there. Anyway, let's leave that be, and we will move over to our wonderful weather and have a look at the SO2 stuff around the world real quick. And hang on, what do we got happening there? Quick break. Whoops, not there. This one. Old Geezer is faithfully faithfuling, and there is Yellowstone's Old Faithful. Speaking of Old Faithful things, there's one now. Irish monk. I went for a walk today. The monkus came home. I met a wild pig. Had a chat with a dolphin. Today was eventful. Awesome. And Irish, did you take the goat along or no? That's an important question. But anyway, that is Yellowstone National Park, and yes, that is indeed Old Faithful, showing you what it's got, and it's still dumping out that wonderful steam, and just like it does all the time. But anyway, we are on the weather hunt here, so let's go back to our weather. I summoned a monk. Oh boy, DJ. Way to go. And welcome, Irish monk. We do appreciate having you here. Even though some of those things may sound a little weird. Anyway. And by the way, I did have a question. Did the goat drink any of that Jameson? I don't know if that's pronounced correctly. Anyway, looking at North America, Canada looks pretty normal. Same with Alaska. Looking at the USA, pretty much the same as well. Not quite as bad as it could be, but definitely a little bit of people population pollution kind of thing. And we get down into Mexico here. We see Popocatépetl and Mexico City are putting in that combined effort to create that spot. So 22 million people and one volcano make that red spot right there for us. And of course that is blowing out into the Pacific. The Pacific storm, I do believe, is still sitting out about here. We'll see what it looks like. It was over here before. So it is on the move a little bit, so I don't know what's going to happen to it, if it's going to go up the coast or whether it's going to keep moving out towards Hawaii. It will likely weaken though. Anyway, seeing all the plumes are heading into the Pacific, and even the stuff from the Caribbean is all flowing to the west. Getting down a little bit further, we see the change in wind current about here, and we see from there most of everything is blowing back across the continent. It's trying to blow out here on into the Pacific, but it is getting swirled around and pushed back out and going all the way into the Atlantic Ocean. Quick peek at New Zealand, and we still see that pluming coming off of the White Isle volcano north of New Zealand. This is from Tofua in Tonga, and of course Vanuatu with Yasur and his buddies. And down here, I'm not going to think, this looks like oil refinery stuff, so nothing too major, nothing on Tasmania. We see that area, coal production and coking plants making some of that mess. And moving along pretty normal here in Papua New Guinea. This up here be from Luolatak and Dukono, and that's what we see. Luolatak right there, and this would be Semeru, Merapi, and Krakatoa. Krakatoa and Jakarta. I do have to add that because a lot of people population or pollution there as well. Lots of people there, so it happens. Looking like a lot less coming from Bulusan, but maybe a little bit more again from Taal, since it looks like it is off-gassing a little bit, as well as Manila. Of course, again, people pollution, and that is what we're seeing. All the stuff coming from China, we do see that, so Yellow Sea and just about all red here. Wow. Anyway, down here, this spot right there would be Suwanosi-jima, and where the camera is located roughly, and that is about where Sakura-jima are, and you can see that they're a little bit redder there in that orange area. Going up here, and wow, we don't see too much coming from Dukono and his little friend right beside him, but we certainly have some activity happening up top here. Karimsky still working away, and Shivalish, of course, as well. And what's our middle one in here? Oh boy, Bezimiani. There we go. I had to try to remember that. Anyway, we've got wind blowing off in two directions here, so some of that is going into the Pacific, and the other stuff is returning out into Russia, which is absolutely fine. We don't mind that. Sliding over, we see the normal stuff coming out of South Africa, Central Africa here in DR Congo. Of course, that is coal mining and a volcano in there. Eruption, we can't tell where it is because of all the pollution coming from Saudi Arabia, and that is kind of what we're seeing there. Looking over here in this area, of course, here's Italy and Sicily, and this plume here would be from Mount Etna, as well as a little help coming from Stromboli and possibly a volcano as well. So that is what you're seeing there right now. Not bad in Spain, and France looks pretty clear. Ireland is looking really good, and Irish Monk keeps that place clean, so he's doing a good job. A little bit of SO2 in England, but nothing too severe. Looking at Netherlands and those areas. Luxembourg is doing good. Did I see OFU Lux in here today? I know he was in yesterday. I didn't see him today, but maybe he's got flying saucer trouble. Hopefully he'll be able to acknowledge that. Bad Sue, okay, mentioned by name equals shallow grave. What? Yeah, don't be doing that, Susie. That's not good. Oh, anyway, looking at Poland has got a little bit more, and then going up to the north here, a little bit going across Sweden as well. But for the most part, it is clear, and we're not going to worry about it. And down here, we see Iceland, and not bad. A little bit of people pollution, but that's it, you guys. So that's it for SO2, and not bad around the world. Let's refresh this map here, because I want to see what is new and prim and proper rather than old news. And Estelle, there's Estelle. The problem Estelle has is it doesn't have a push from underneath anymore. Estelle is now being fed from the top down. It's even got some space underneath here. So whatever Estelle is doing, it's maybe going to head back down here somewhere and die out. I don't know. There's a low here, another a little twirly there. We'll see what happens in the future. Anyway, let's look at temperatures real quick. Looking at Canada, not bad. Kind of seasonal, I guess, for the most part. Still quite warm up north, and that is probably good for some of those areas. Those flies up there got to be like 20 times the size. I mean, 4 mosquitoes can carry your way. Just imagine how big they got now. Anyway, looking that is up in the territories. So looking down in the provincial areas, BC, looking not too bad temperature-wise. Some real hot spots in there, but Alberta, bottom end, looking at 30-degree temperatures, pretty awesome for end of July, and that is kind of what we're seeing. Same thing with out in the Saskatchewan prairies, going across here all the way into Manitoba, holding some nice temperatures. A little cooler in Ontario. They've got that low up here in Quebec, and but down here in the bottom end, Toronto, or below Toronto, it's quite hot. Going over Montreal, it's a little warmer there, but and you slide out to the east a little bit. Actually, it's not that bad. You got Nova Scotia, PEI, those areas, looking at 17, 18 degrees. Right now, that's pretty darn good. And also, same thing goes for Newfoundland. Looking at the U.S., though, a lot of heat. And again, I am just really flabbergasted with some of the temperatures I was seeing earlier today. 43 again in Phoenix, and we are seeing some really, really hot stuff even down here in Mexico. It's just crazy. So looking at Texas, a little bit warmer today, or sorry, cooler today than yesterday. It's not quite 40. So that is pretty awesome. Looking at most of the areas, though, you pick the place, it's over 30 degrees Celsius for the most part. Not cooler till you get up a little further north or to the east, and even in the eastern portions, still quite hot. So you've got a very, very hot day. It's the higher elevations where it's cooler. And pretty much the whole United States is looking at some awesome warm summer temperatures. So that is what we're seeing. Yeah, really hot down here in Mexico, and Yucatan Peninsula, Cancun right there. And what is it, 27 degrees in Cancun. Going over to Cuba, you see 27, 28 as well. And 28 over here in Puerto Rico. And as we continue to go down, very warm temperatures in most places there. Just the higher elevations are cooler. Looking at a little cooler in South America, and our wonderful rainforest is not quite as hot as it was. So I'm looking at 24, 25 degrees in some places. That's really not bad. I know it's a little warmer in a couple of spots, probably lower elevations, but we'll see. Here's our cutoff line, Buenos Aires again, that kind of thing. Let's move over, and I don't want to look at the bottom end of Chile. It's too chilly. Anyway, looking at New Zealand, I don't want to see the bottom end of New Zealand either. It's too chilly. And we got that high still sitting here between Australia and New Zealand, and that is kind of not doing them any favors. It's bringing up that cold air on the backside right now, and that is not good. It's okay for Australia, but it's not good for New Zealand. So there we go, and we see everything from -2 to about 11 degrees, depending on where you go on the South Island. A little bit warmer on the North Island, 15 up out here on the peninsula, but still seeing some low temperatures. I think 7 was about the lowest I seen in there. So not that bad, but still winter time. You got to remember it's winter time, and that's why you have snow on Ruapehu, okay, Tasmania, and that is the high pressure that is drawing some of that warmer air down and helping it warm up a little bit, but not by much. 8, 9, 10 degrees, depending on where you are. Melbourne, a little bit warmer at 12, and again, thanks to that high rotating in the proper direction, throwing that warmer air in. Hey, Gura, thank you for that wonderful super chat. That's the first one of the day, and I really do appreciate it. Gura just wrote that down, and it's 55 Swedish kroners. And let's see, Swedish kroners, there we go, got it written down. Thank you, Gura, appreciate that. And going up, so about 15 in Sydney, going up to Brisbane, we got about 15 up there, 16 in Sydney, so roughly about the same, going over on the Perth side, and depending on where you put your mouse there, or hamster, depending on what you got, it'll be somewhere 15, 14 degrees. We are seeing a little bit more heat in the northern parts again, and that is nice. They are kind of, for winter time, it's nice to see that they've got a little bit warmer temperatures in some areas. And looking at our Philippine, Indonesian, Malaysian area, everything here is hot, 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 and actually doing pretty darn good. Bangkok today, 27 degrees, and Sue just brought it up, it's 28. Relative humidity, though, is still 86%, so that is pretty normal. And yeah, just I don't know, that's pretty bad. It's normal, like that every day. And there we go, we can see parts of China very hot as well, and going up out here in the Philippine Sea is quite warm, all the way up to Japan, and southern portions of Japan, some places as high as 29, 30, pretty good looking. Kamchatka Peninsula is not bad, warm on the one side, a little cooler on the other, but still plenty warm for this time of year. For those guys, I'm surprised that it is that warm. And of course, Siberian areas over here, quite warm, and that is really awesome to see. 30-degree temperatures, 31. Wow, those guys must just be cooking in there. They're not used to that. It's like taking Irish monk and putting him in Bangkok. Yeah, he'd be sweating like crazy, and that's all he'd be doing, if that's what it was like. I mean, he couldn't even wear his robe there. and God forbid, I don't know why I want to see that. Don't want to see that. Sorry. No, we don't want to see that. Anyway, all right. Carrying on here. India, a little cooler and normal, I guess. Still very hot here in Saudi Arabia and UAE and those areas. So that is holding a lot of heat. Same thing goes for Iran and Iraq. And looking at the other portions, a little bit cooler in the Sahara. And when I say a little bit, I'm talking a little bit, okay? And not by much, but just a smidgen. Of course, Spain out here holding some nice temperatures tonight. And yes, just in case Yvonne happens to pop in, right now 22, 23, 24 degrees out here in La Palma. And that is what she has for a nighttime temperature, you guys. That is pretty awesome. So really nice there. So Spain we did. France looking not bad for nighttime. Same thing with Italy and Sicily, and we're going over to Greece, seeing it's not bad. Very hot. Where Piggy is 27, 28 degrees. So that is like 3 o'clock in the morning. Half of 666 is a religious joke. Okay, Irish, and it's a religious joke, and it is 333, and of course, Irish Monk, you probably have some insight that the Masons use that 333. Okay, just so you understand that. Okay, never mind. We'll talk about that later. 333 is 3 is the magic number. Okay, thank you kindly for that super chat, though. I do appreciate it. And religious joke, that is pretty awesome. Anyway, okay, we got Italy, not bad. France, not bad. Germany is holding really nice nighttime temperatures, and that is good. Same thing is going for what we see in Holland, as well as Belgium and Luxembourg, and of course most of England has still got some very nice temperatures tonight. Even Ireland, the goats must be happy at 14 degrees Celsius, I'm sure. And that would be out there at Doolin, somewhere in this area, 13, 14, depending on where they are. So that is pretty cool, or warm. Anyway, Scotland, and Scotland's a little colder, but 9, 10 degrees, depending on where you are. Wales is a little warmer, and a little warmer in England yet. So northern parts of Germany here, really nice and warm stuff. Going into Poland, actually getting a little too warm for nighttime, but that's okay. I'm sure it's not going to go up in temperature. I'm looking at Denmark, 14, 15, depending on what you're going. And Gura is probably enjoying some very warm temperatures right now. And of course, we Simba or Zimba? Zambia. You want the country of Zambia is what you're talking about. Okay, not Zimba, but Zambia. That is what it is. Anyway, looking at we see the bottom end of Sweden and a portion of Norway here, looking pretty nice, and looks not bad temperature-wise in Finland. But we do see the higher elevations, of course, in Sweden and Norway being a lot cooler, and that's kind of what we're seeing there, and not too much. So anyway, that area over there, boy, they got some active weather there too, eh? Anyway, sliding out here to Iceland real quick, and I just want to zoom out for a second, see what we got going on here. So yeah, that Gulf Stream coming up this way, and then that low is messing things up and cutting it off, so we're not getting all the heat being pushed over there, which is probably good for them right now. We do see that low there. I'm not sure what it is really causing everything to do here, but we do see a nice 11 degrees or 10 degrees in the Reykjanes Peninsula and Reykjavik. So not bad for Iceland right now. So some really nice temperatures there. Let's have a quick peek at precipitation. I'm going to zoom out real quick. We do see our equatorial storm is right there. It's not bad. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the weather today here, or the rainfall. We do see this mess in Alaska, and that's not good. Northern Alberta's got a storm. Hopefully that won't come down to me. This stuff that was here in Winnipeg is moved off, and it's created another one above it. So we are seeing some isolated thunderstorms, as well as bigger systems in Ontario and as well as Quebec. Looks like they are getting nailed here along the St. Lawrence Seaway, Montreal, Quebec, and all those different areas. So I'm not sure which direction that storm is going to head, but from Hudson's Bay all the way out to Maine, and possibly down into Boston as well. We go down into the U.S. now, and we see along the seashores here, Virginia and that area getting nailed, and North Carolina and South Carolina is not bad. North Carolina has got some happenings on the coast. Georgia, of course, getting some storms here, same as Alabama. Not quite as many here in Florida this time around. Let's see, New Orleans and Baton Rouge, I got some storms over top of them. And looking at here, Dallas looks okay. Little Rock, Arkansas is got some rain, and then possibly going to have some thunderstorms banging over top of it. And we see northern Texas a little bit there. New Mexico has got a bunch of isolated storms as well. And eastern portions of Arizona, nothing over Phoenix, and nothing over Snowman's house. So that's all good. Denver and Colorado in general. Denver's not getting anything right now, but in Colorado's got a bunch of stuff, and we've got other things in these other states as well. A little storm here above the Great Lakes. Not sure. Hang on, if that is. Hang on. This is Superior. Is that Lake Michigan? Yeah, that's got to be Lake Michigan, and that's what we're seeing there. So, yep, interesting. And nothing out west, so they're looking pretty good. Mexico and Central America looks like they're cooking up another storm to help this one out, and we'll see what happens to this guy in the future. Northern parts of South America still doing its thing, of course, the Amazon, but we're not seeing any rain in most of Brazil, which is kind of odd. Here's that chilly stuff down in Chile and the bottom end of Argentina, and I mean, it's chilly. I don't want to be down there. It's snowing and things. Even down here in Snowland, it's really cold and snowing, so that's what we've got. Looking at New Zealand real quick, a little bit of rain on the east southeast side of the South Island, but nothing too major from the looks of things. Oh boy, Brisbane, batten down the hatches, Oz. You got more storms coming, and hopefully you're okay. And of course, we do see here Sydney's getting some rain as well. Looks dry in Melbourne and Tasmania, and Perth might be getting a little showers, but that is okay. Looking like showers aren't bad. It's when you get those storms like what's coming in here. That's not going to be happy for the people of Brisbane. And looking at what we have in the Philippines and Malaysian area here, Bangkok getting nailed with another storm, Myanmar and those areas up there going all the way. Bangladesh is covered, and most of India covered with stormy stuff. So hopefully they all fare well. And Indian Ocean having a couple systems there, but nothing looking too organized. We do see our central equatorial region here with some thunderstorms there as well. Zooming into Italy, nothing, and Greece, absolutely nothing there either. So going to be hot there and dry. Very little rain in France, or sorry, Spain, moving up to France, and nothing in France. We do see Ireland's got a little bit of rain happening in some spots. Same thing with England, but very minimal at that. Looking at what we got, Luxembourg and Belgium, nothing. A little tiny lick of rain here in Holland, and up between Bremen and Hamburg. Bremenhaven and Hamburg. Sorry, that's that Deutsche in me coming out. Anyway, we do see some rain in those areas. And then, of course, here in Poland, we've got that system. Looks like we're getting some north air pushing down into Denmark and causing some rain there as well. And here's that system that's going across between Finland and Sweden, and hopefully that will go away. We see the northern portions of Norway here getting some rain along the coast, and then very northern portions is got some stormy stuff happening. So that's what we see there. Zooming in real quick and looking at what we've got in Iceland, and we see down on the bottom a little bit of rain happening. It's not anything too serious. Looks like possibly a rain at Reykjavik and those areas as well. Reykjanes Peninsula. It could be down here looking at possible rain at Ragnar. That's why we got such poor visibility. And that's kind of it for the weather. For the most part, we do see this mess up here. I'm not sure how that's going to work out for those people of Greenland and Baffin Island and those areas up top there. So pretty awesome. And that's it for weather. The big thing to watch out for is to see what happens with this guy. Now, you see that wind current coming down? It's got nothing pushing it from the bottom anymore. That is kind of stopped at our equatorial storm. So this thing is kind of freewheeling it right there for right now. And it's got downward push, and that is almost like it's trying to push it back down into this mess down here. And that's not going to have any of it. So we'll see what happens. I'm thinking that this guy may end up going down this way and kind of bumping along to about here. We'll see. Hopefully it'll die out. And on those notes, going back to temperatures for a minute or two, and we will take a look at down here in Antarctica and see what we can find for a really, really cold temperature. And so far I only find minus 70, and let's see what else we can find. Looking, and I see on the screen that Sue found minus 73, and I see a minus 71, and I'm not seeing a minus 73 though, but that wouldn't be far off of it. and I'm sure it's in there somewhere. It's in there somewhere, you guys. And minus 69, 70. Where did you go? There's 70. I'm sure you found a minus 73. So minus 71 is close enough for me. Yeah, like I always say, beyond minus 40, you're really not going to be able to tell the difference, other than how fast your skin freezes. At minus 40, it's about 4 minutes, 5 minutes with no wind. At minus 50, you can cut that time in half. It's 2 minutes or less. And at minus 60, your skin will freeze under a minute, and you will start having problems breathing. So you need to really make sure that you take care of yourselves. And I applaud those penguins for even being able to breathe in that cold air. That is just incredible when you get to those temperatures. So your lungs would just freeze up at minus 70 Celsius. I just would not be very, very happy with it. Oh, Mummy of Hamster says oink oink just as we're heading out. And minus 82, is that minus 82C? And you say it is at 84S. Let's see where we are at here. 82. 82S, 84, let's see, 84S, and 83, where are we here, 156, maybe I moved that, nope, 19, 54 East. Let's go there a little bit more. Should be around, somewhere around here, 55, 54. Okay. All right. We do see there's a spot there. I don't know if there's a really cold spot in there or something. But there are spots, though, and that's something you guys gotta really look out for. There are places in there that are actually a lot colder and down lower, and okay, going down, and I'm not seeing, where are we here? That's 84, 80, oh, you said 83S. I'm at 60. 79. Oh, I went past it. It's got to be here somewhere. It's cold no matter what. I'm just freezing thinking about it. I'm going to leave that alone. It is way, way, way too cold near the 8 a.m. on my map. Yeah, I don't know how far you've got it zoomed in, Grandma B. So that is kind of where it is. 8 a.m. would be right around here, and that is not what it's showing. It's showing about 64 there. I'm not going to worry about it, though. It's okay. It's too darn cold no matter what we do, and that is all right. But I think that's good for now. I don't want to freeze anymore. So, hey, Joseph Fields official, just in time for us to pack it up. And awesome. And let's get back onto our wonderful lava. I'm going to throw that back on for you guys to finish off our day. And I thank everyone for being here. You guys are awesome. Big thank you to our super chatters of today, and they were small super chats, but love them nonetheless. And thank you very much, Gura, for the 55 Swedish kroners, and of course Irish Monk for the 333 which is half of 666, and it's a religious joke. All right. And 333, of course, is the number of the engineers. And that is really cool. Thank you to each and every one of you in here that is a member. You guys are awesome, and thank you for the support for the stream. I really do appreciate that. And also, well, thank you to everyone in general for being here, because again, without you guys, this stream would not exist. So thank you, and I'm glad that you're all part of this wonderful lava family, and that we're all in here and doing our thing. So be good, everyone. Stay kind, stay happy, stay smiley, just like our wonderful moderators who are here day in and day out. And thank you, Snowman and Piggy and C&D Boy and Lucas and Joseph and all the others that are in the background as well. So thank you, guys, and I really do appreciate all of you. On that friendly note, it is time to pack it up, and that is it for today. For those who are interested, we do have a bunny that just showed up, so that is cool as well. I'm not sure which bunny it is yet. I think it might be BB, and we'll get a close-up on the bunny for you guys. So if you want to head over to the bunny stream, it is BB, and you guys are more than welcome to go have a look over there. So C&D, if you want to drop the link for the other stream, would be really awesome, and leave it at that for links for today. That is really good, and that would be really, really nice. Okay, thank you everyone again for being here. You all take care, and please remember, tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, DrFox2000. Have a good night, and oink oink.